part of the growth. And what you have to realize is how much do I value or prioritize every relationship. Is this relationship, in order for me to keep this particular relationship, I have to be or act a certain way. And do I value, and the same way with Elohim. In order to keep that relationship, you have to be or act a certain way. So which relationship do you value? And the currency for that relationship is your behavior. So that's where we find ourselves. And that is a type of suffering. It's not persecution. It's not someone busting down your door and telling you serve Elohim or else. But it is a form of suffering that we are not aware of. And that in this way of life, and in just church and religion in general, or normally sometimes it's an elitist status where you make a certain amount of money or you can't take your friends with you where you going. You remember Allen Iverson, right? When he first started coming and being well known, his whole thing was, he was like, yo, I can't. This is most athletes. When you grow up in the hood, and sometimes they see you, oh man, these people helped me get out. But now, man, these people helped me get out. But now that I'm out, can I turn my back on them? And if I don't turn my back on them, I risk losing everything that I had. Everybody familiar with Mike Vick, right? Yeah. Y'all know why he ended up going to prison. Yeah. Why did he end up going to prison? Anybody know? Yeah.
I can't remember if it was relatives or not, but some who were close to him were dogfighting.
Right.
On his property. It was his cousin?
Yeah.
It's always a cousin, ain't it? but yeah, he ended up jail time ultimately.
Right.
Because of, again, those he was associated with and allowed to be close to him.
Right.
Ended up pulling him down.
Right. Everybody think he went to jail for dog fighting. He went to jail because he wouldn't dime out his friends or his family because they were training and fighting dogs on his property. If you ever see the house, one day, I don't know if y'all don't have to, but if you see the house where they were fighting and training dogs, you know Mike Vick didn't live in this house. No. And so his cousins were there, they were training dogs, and because they were bringing dogs from Virginia to Georgia, it was a federal crime because it was considered state to state. And so they asked him, hey, what's going on with this on your property? And his cousins had warrants, and they had records. Now, if they would have admitted to it, they were going to jail for a lot longer. And I'm telling this because he told the story, and he got stressed about it, and he was like, man, I'm going to just go ahead and smoke this up. And he went and smoked some weed before they had to go to court. And so while his attorney was making it where he did not have to do any jail time, he came and they said, well, let's see. And they said, let's give him a drug test. And they gave him a drug test and he failed it. And they said, he's not taking this seriously. And so they gave him 2 years. The attorney said, yo, I can't, my hands are tied. You know, take this 2 years, swallow it, you won't do 5. Maybe you do a year and a half, you do a year, you miss a season, and you come back, and maybe you come back out. But like you said, his career was never the same. He was on a trajectory that was, yeah, it was. But again, it's because evil communications corrupt good behavior. That's how it should be translated. And that's sometimes the path we all find ourselves in. And it shows itself at every level. It shows itself from the believer, the sinner, the family, the non-family. So you are going to have to make decisions about the relationships you have and how to manage or not manage the relationship. And however you decide to do it, there is going to be a level of suffering. And I'm going to show you why that means. And so let's do this, and then we'll wrap up. I appreciate all of the insight and wisdom. In Philippians 3, where it says, what is it, 3 and I didn't even put this in the slides. I looked to see if I did. I can't believe I didn't, because this is one of the most, 3 and 10, if anyone wants to read that. Can you read that, First Lady, matter of fact? Yeah, that's perfect.
Philippians 3 and 10.
Mm-hmm.
That I may know him and the power of his resurrection and the fellowship of his sufferings, being made conformable unto his death, if by any means I might attain unto the resurrection of the dead. All
right, so the only way I'm going to be made conformable to his death, made conformable to his resurrection, I have to be made conformable to his death. And does that mean dying? What do y'all think? When it says being conformable to his death, does that mean dying? All right, what do you say, DP? Does it mean like being dead to sin? Who else?